Now, for the passenger, so when you are at the level or still at the level of the issue and physical examination, we now want now to describe the passenger. There are three major elements that you must describe every time you're at the level of the passenger. The first element that you have to describe at the level of the passenger is the fetal geometry. Basically, you must always describe the fetal geometry and in your issue and physical examination. The second element after describing the fetal geometry, you describe the fetal well-being. Basically, you describe the fetal well-being, and then the third element that you're at the level of the fetal passenger, you describe also the mechanism of labor. Basically, mechanism of labor. So all these three are the things that you must describe inside your issue and physical examination of labor. Basically, so we start with the first element, which is the fetal geometry. Basically, fetal geometry. Now, in the fetal geometry, you can have either one, you can have the weight of the child that you can still bring out in labor, and you can have the different presentations. Basically, the lie, the position of the child. Is it clear? So those are the different things that you try to bring out. Now, for the weight of the child, you use two formulas or three formulas. The first for the first formula that you use is the Mbose formula. Mbose is a Cameroonian, and he has discovered the formula for you to estimate the fetal weight. Is it clear? So for Mbose formula, is just 3 times the symphysiofundal height squared. Is it clear? 3 times the symphysiofundal height squared, plus or minus all this, plus or minus 250 grams. The value is going to be in grams. That is Bose formula. So example of Bose formula application: if you have a weight of the child which is 40, it is 3 times 40 squared. If you have the symphysiofundal height 40, and the symphysiofundal height is measured from the pubic symphysis, the top of the pubic symphysis up to the top of the fundus. Is it clear? So in centimeters, symphysiofundal height in centimeters. So if you have 40 centimeters as being the symphysiofundal height, you just do 3 times 40 squared, all plus or minus 250 grams is going to give you now the estimated fetal weight. Is it clear? Now, after that, the second formula that we use is the McDonald formula. Is it clear? The McDonald formula for the estimation of fetal weight. The McDonald formula is going to be abdominal circumference times the symphysiofundal height. Is it clear? Now, plus or minus 500 grams. Now, you see that the precision of the McDonald is not going to be very efficient. That's why Mbo is more preferred. Is it clear? So it's plus or minus 500 grams. Is it clear? So that's the McDonald formula. Now, so sometimes people say it is plus or minus 500 grams. Sometimes people say it's plus or minus 275 grams. So you choose what is in your context. So the third formula after that, we have the Johnson formula. Is it clear? The Johnson formula. I'm going to send you the formula in your in the comments. Now, after talking about the weight of the child, you speak inside your physical and physical examination. You must bring out the weight of the estimated fetal weight of the child. Now, the second thing the next thing that you can also bring out, you also need to bring out the presentation. Is it clear? So you need to bring out the presentation of the child. Is it clear? Now, when bring out the presentation of the child, there are different elements to bring out the presentation. So you need to know that what the presentation is being done by doing a digital vaginal examination, where if you feel you can do it either by digital vaginal examination, you can do it also by the Leopold maneuver. So but it's best with the digital vaginal examination. So after doing a digital vaginal examination and measuring the Bishop score, is it clear? After measuring the Bishop score, there are other elements that you must bring out in your digital vaginal examination. So the first thing was to measure your Bishop score. After measuring the Bishop score, you try to feel the presenting part of the child. Is it clear? Try to feel the presenting part. So when you put your finger inside the internal os, try to feel the presenting part. When you feel for the presenting part, if it is hard and it is smooth, it is probable that it is the head. Is it clear? Now, if you feel, you can also feel limbs. Is it clear? You can also feel limbs in the case of a foot limb presentation. You can feel a soft part in the case of a breech presentation. Let's say that the buttock is going to be soft in the case of a breech presentation. So those are the different presentation that you can have. Is it clear? Generally, on physical examination, you can visualize cephalic presentation one. Second presentation, you can have breech presentation. Is it clear? Now, breech presentation is divided into three. You have the flank breech. Is it clear? Where the both legs are flexed and the knee are extended, and then the child is sitting on the buttocks. Then you have the complete breech. Is it clear? You have the complete breech, and then you have the incomplete breech. Is it clear? So those are the two different types of breech that you have. So these are the two different types, and then the third one is now you can have also what is called a standing breech, where the child is only presenting with the limbs. Is it clear? Standing breech. Is it clear? So that is and we have also another form of breech, which is the mixed